Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. Now let's get on with today's show. There's a lot of hype surrounding NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, for sales of creative work. Let's talk about what NFTs are and how they might be used by authors in self-publishing. What NFTs are and are not. An NFT is a non-fungible token, a digital receipt of sorts for assets that are digital or physical. For our discussion here, we'll primarily concentrate on digital assets such as graphics, photos, video, writing, songs, or even more exotic things that can be bought and sold. For example, a video highlight of a sports moment, such as a winning basketball shot, can be sold as a collectible. Some NFTs also include special perks, such as autographed merchandise, events or experiences, or other physical or intangible benefits. Are you thinking, wasn't that sports highlight on broadcast TV? How can it be sold? The file of the art, or whatever memorializes these more exotic things, might be seen and used all over the internet already. Though you may purchase ownership of this digital file, the creator may still have rights to make money off of it through publishing, licensing, or derivative works. It's like if you bought an original painting. The artist usually retains the copyrights unless otherwise specified in the purchase. The NFT is like that original painting. You could sell the NFT asset just as you would an original painting. NFTs don't give buyers the copyrights to it or the ability to license it to others or display it, though some NFT agreements might include some use rights. Tech billionaire Mark Cuban has compared NFTs in the sports arena to trading cards of the past. Let's say that the video highlight of a winning touchdown pass in a certain Super Bowl is an NFT. Collector buyers could buy or bid on that highlight, with the more valuable highlights going for higher bids. In addition to the painting example, I think this is a good explanation of how NFTs can work in fandoms. Where the blockchain comes in is in authentication of the purchase. The purchase of the NFT asset is done with cryptocurrency, most commonly on the Ethereum blockchain. Transactions like this on the blockchain are permanent, immutable records. The blockchain is a network of computers that are redundant, meaning that every computer on the blockchain has the same information as every other computer on the blockchain network. This helps with security in that a transaction can't be obliterated by the failure or corruption of one computer node in the network. NFTs are not cryptocurrency, but you need a cryptocurrency wallet to buy and sell NFTs. Some of the more popular crypto wallets are Coinbase and Mycelium. When you make an NFT sale, you will be paid in cryptocurrency that can be exchanged for fiat currency like US dollars through your crypto wallet. Choosing and using a crypto wallet is fraught with its own risks and rewards. Make sure you do your homework when doing anything in the crypto world. NFTs are bought and sold on platforms such as OpenSea, Rarible, Super Rare, and Mintable. Some may allow you to list for free, but all will take a percentage of the NFT sale as compensation and may have transaction fees. As with other monetization platforms such as Patreon and Substack, the platform doesn't market your NFT, they merely list it. You are totally responsible for marketing your NFT. That's about as simply and quickly as I can explain NFTs and the blockchain as I understand it so far. I've taken multiple online courses on blockchain and cryptocurrency and done quite a bit of reading on it. But some of it is still as clear for me as an obsolete 8-bit gaming graphic from the 1980s. Is that available as an NFT? Why are people so excited about NFTs? I think you can imagine why creators and celebrities are excited about the prospect of NFTs. They can sell digital assets to fans while still retaining rights to make money off of them elsewhere, depending on the terms of the NFT agreement. Right now, I think there's almost a level of unwarranted euphoria over NFTs. Part of that was fueled by the sale in early 2021 of a digital artwork for $69 million by an artist that goes by the name Beeple. People, you are not Beeple. But the prospect of being sponsored, which is what I think NFTs are all about, by people who want to support your work, is a really intriguing prospect. If you're thinking this is a potential legal mess, I agree with you. Here's just a brief list of legal wrangling that I see coming. NFT buyers will sue creators or vice versa over rights that have not been clearly defined or have been violated. Digital files and links can become obsolete or unreadable over time. I've talked about this before when I talk about how your print book will outlive your ebook. Content consuming technologies are constantly changing, and files that we create now may not even be readable mere decades from now. When an NFT is purchased, the buyer may be given a link to the file. Links are also subject to something called link rot, meaning that over time, links can point to locations that no longer exist. So what do you really own? Actually, you really don't own much of anything, but that's a detour conceptual discussion beyond the scope of this particular episode. How long do you own an NFT? While that might be specified in the terms of the NFT, if it isn't, how do the ownership and rights transfer upon the demise of the buyer or the creator? I've also seen reports of scammers who create illegitimate NFTs of digital files, stolen files, and make money off of them without a cent going to the original creator. The blockchain doesn't verify the provenance or authenticity of the digital file. It only verifies the authenticity of the NFT transaction. This is an inherent problem in many emerging technologies, past, present, and future. It's a wild west until regulations and protocols step in to make it a safer environment. What NFTs look like to me is a money grab from high-profile artists and celebrities to cash in on their fans who are anxious to own a part of the artist or celebrity's world, but whose fans might not be well-informed consumers of these emerging technologies. Climate change is surprisingly an issue with NFTs. A Mashable article reported that just one NFT transaction can consume as much energy as a household uses in a year. Ethereum, the blockchain where a lot of these NFTs are bought and sold, reports that their proof of work verification system consumes 73.2 terawatt hours annually, which is the energy equivalent of a medium-sized country like Austria. Why is this? It's a problem that's caused by the blockchain. With blockchain, all transactions are recorded on every computer that's running the blockchain around the world. This decentralization provides secure transactions, but it also means duplication of data and energy at every single point in the network. So when some high-profile artists announce their NFT offerings, their fans have been legitimately angered by their insensitivity to climate issues. Most notable was K-pop boy band BTS, ironically, after their speech to the United Nations about caring for the climate. Also, crowdfunding platform Kickstarter announced in December 2021 that they were going to move the platform to the blockchain. Kickstarter entrepreneurs were not happy, not only due to these climate issues, but some entrepreneurs feel that they'll be associated with cryptocurrency scams. Kickstarter seems to be backpedaling on that at the moment. So we'll just have to see what develops there. There is some good news on the horizon for the climate impact of NFTs. Ethereum, which is the leading blockchain for NFTs, reports that they are hoping to move to Ethereum 2.0 in 2022. Currently, Ethereum uses a proof of work system that requires miners to solve computational puzzles before a block of data can be added to the blockchain. This helps keep the blockchain secure, but it also requires extraordinary amounts of energy, as discussed earlier. In June 2022, Ethereum is projected to move to a proof of stake validation system that introduces a randomness and attestation strategy to keep all nodes on the blockchain network honest. This system requires less specialized hardware and is more energy efficient. The energy use is projected to be 99.95% less than it is with Ethereum's current proof of work system. But until Ethereum 2.0 becomes the way NFTs get done, your NFT will contribute to the climate crisis. If you want to see what an NFT that you're selling or buying generates in carbon emissions, you can go to carbon.fyi to find out. What do NFTs have to do with self-publishing? Most of your book buyers will not care if you offer an NFT or not. They will just be buying your book on Amazon. But authors could offer NFT editions of their books as long as they have a non-exclusive agreement with Kindle Direct Publishing or whatever self-publishing platforms they use. It could be like signed copy editions, similar to limited run art prints that artists do. It could include some special digital goodies like a signed book cover. Each NFT copy could be numbered. However, there's more to this equation. I think NFTs for self-publishing are a sponsorship play. In addition to using NFTs for crowdfunding type sponsorship, each NFT is sold to a specific entity and can be sold and traded, as Mark Cuban puts it, like trading cards. So there are two pieces to NFT sales of written works: sponsorship and trading value. NFT sponsorship could be solicited from friends and family who are willing to play along, but trading value requires a fandom. If you don't have enthusiastic fans, your NFT doesn't have trading value or market value. If you want to be a paid creator, you need to market yourself and your work, whether that's through social media, blogs, YouTube, or advertising. It will be an expensive time, effort, and money. If no one is visiting your NFT listings and work, you cannot hope to sell anything and make money, or in this case, cryptocurrency. Speaking of making money, if your reader fans don't use cryptocurrency, what's the point of offering an NFT? Another money issue deals with taxes. While taxation laws are still evolving regarding all things related to cryptocurrency and the blockchain, the sale of your NFT could be considered taxable income, even though it was not paid with fiat or government-backed currency such as dollars. Buyers of NFTs may also owe taxes if they sell their NFT assets. Before selling or buying NFTs, consult your CPA or tax advisor to find out how your NFTs will impact your tax situation. Plus, until the more climate-friendly Ethereum 2.0 gets going, you need to consider the impact your NFT would have on the climate and whether that could cause negative PR for you. As an overall tip, don't buy or sell what you don't understand. I hope you found that helpful, and if you did, please rate, review, and subscribe to The Heidi Thorne Show on whatever podcast app you like to use. I'm on all the major ones, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you like the YouTube video better, you just have to subscribe to my Heidi Thorne YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so you get an alert when a new video is up. I would appreciate it if you would share this audio or video with your friends on social media. My self-published books are not available as NFTs, at least right now. But they are available on Amazon, Audible, and Apple Books. All you have to do is go to one of those sites, type in my name, Heidi Thorne, and my author page will come up with a list of all available titles. If you'd like to connect with me, my website is HeidiThorne.com, and I'm most active on the social channels of Instagram and TikTok at Heidi Thorne. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode, and in the meantime, have a great day.